Boom sound Sprint 4G LTE ultra pixel camera, 1.7 gigahertz quad core processor, but it's a little bit bigger and it's got a fingerprint scanner. I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com. Let's unbox the HTC One Max on Sprint. There was a One Mini, and now there's the HTC One Max coming as of today to Sprint, coming very soon to Verizon Wireless in the States. And this thing is a supersized version of the HTC One, and while it preserves a lot of the design language of the One, it brings some new things both on the hardware side and on the software side. We're going to dive in this unboxing and take a look at all that good stuff in the HTC One Max full video unboxing. Before I get too far into it, I want to thank our partners at Best Buy Mobile. They give us devices like this that we turn around and give to you for free on the site at PhoneDog.com, so check it out. When you walk in to Best Buy Mobile, they'll make sure you get the HTC One Max that works best for you. So whether it's the Sprint version or the Verizon version, they're not paid on spiffs, they're unbiased, they're not paid on commission. So you walk out that door and you get the carrier and the device that works best for you. So the One Max is here. Specs wise, you're looking at a 1.7 gigahertz quad core Snapdragon 600 CPU. You've got a big 5.9-inch display, full 1080p, 373 ppi here. Weight, you're looking at about 217 grams. So this thing, as you would expect, is going to be a big device all around. But like I said, it does preserve that design language of the HTC One and then the One Mini as well. Location privacy, you can see the Sprint sleeve here. Pull that off and we'll take a look at the device in just a second. But the box is so big and the device is so big, I'm having a hard time getting it all on camera. Continuing along on the specs, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal storage in the Sprint version, micro SIM card slot. You've got 4G LTE capabilities, a nice big 3,300 milliamp hour battery, and a different AC adapter module here, as you can tell. A little bit different from traditional HTC. The USB cable area is still in the same spot, but it's a little bit extended in comparison to what we've seen in the past. USB cable looks to be about the same here in HTC's cornstarch bags. Eco-friendly. And I want to thank our partners at HTC as well. They sent us over the review unit, so thanks to them. A little nice surprise for a Friday morning. Actually, it wasn't a surprise, but I knew it was coming. But still, nonetheless, always great to get it. Get started guide in here. You get some HTC stickers. I won't bother you too much, waste your time with the opening of the instruction manuals, because if you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. So we'll go ahead and close the box. Now on the front you can see boom sound, ultra pixel camera, which I should point out, it has that same 4 ultra pixel camera here. Really a nice device, really clean, good looking design. Actually, I would say the design language of the One Max is a little bit more like the HTC One Mini than the original one. It's got those edges, very reminiscent of the One Mini here, and then different design on the side as well. Volume rocker, a little bit different. Power button lower on the device over here, not on the top, over on the side. But up top you get your 3.5mm headphone jack and then your IR blaster for the TV application. Down here at the bottom, micro USB charging port, camera on the back, and a fingerprint scanner. At the beginning I talked about there being some different things from a hardware standpoint. That is one of them on the HTC One Max. Take a look at this in comparison to the Galaxy Note 3 and you can really get a feel of the size difference that HTC brings to the table versus the Galaxy Note 3. A little bit of a different design here. HTC, got your back button, your home button down here, physical home button, menu, and back. So just to give you an idea of the design difference and overall look and feel difference. You've got an area here for a dock as well, but this is going to be a big device in the hand. That 5.9-inch display, going to be great for content consumption. The biggest concern I have about this device in comparison to some of the other big devices on the market like the Note 3, obviously with a big device, Samsung's done a good job with the S Pen and bringing that S Pen opportunity to the device. This is very much a turbocharged, or even I should say a supersized, if you will, HTC One, but beyond that in the fingerprint scanner, there's no additional real content consumption opportunities here, content creation opportunities, if you will. It's quite literally a turbocharged, supercharged Android smartphone. So you don't get that S Pen functionality, for example, or anything that really justifies the larger screen outside of watching YouTube videos, browsing the web, looking at pictures, etc. So if that's important to you, there's definitely a use case for this where you want that for pictures, you want it for browsing the web, you just want a bigger device, maybe you have a hard time seeing like I do, and you want a bigger device with a bigger display. Definitely got some great stuff here out of the box, but still when I look at this device, I'm like, you could have maximized it maybe a little bit better with something like a pen or something for that additional content creation to take advantage of that 5.9-inch display. Do like the fingerprint scanner on the back. The biggest concern I've seen, and granted I've read this, I haven't actually seen this yet because I just got the device. I wanted to wait and get a carrier version of the device for you so it was a little bit more realistic to US conditions, but one of the biggest challenges I'm seeing, a lot of people are talking about touching the camera as opposed to touching the fingerprint scanner, and that being a little bit of a concern overall, in terms of long-term use, because you're touching it, you're getting fingerprints on the scanner, etc. So obviously here, device, as you can see, running Android 4.3 with HTC Sense version 5.5, getting a lot of, I'm going to dismiss rather, the data roam guard. And you've got a new looking 3G, 4G icon as you're seeing here as a result of Sprint Spark, which is something new on the Sprint side. You can see the 3G icon right there. Should pop into 4G LTE here soon, and you can see what the device looks like. So overall, a very similar look and feel that you would expect from a One device. Looks a lot like, quite literally, a supersized HTC One. This is how it fits in the hand, comparatively speaking. I can barely wrap my hands around it, but still a big device all around. Preserves that metal unibody, nice big 3,300 milliamp hour battery. I'm excited to put that to the test in full review videos and subsequent dogfights. It's going to be nice to put that battery to the test and see how it performs. And of course, Sprint Spark as well. You can see 3G running here, Android 4.3 like I just said. Got the Fingerprint Scanner on the back. We can set that up. Let's take a look at that and see how it works. Fingerprint Scanner located on the back of this phone. Unlock the phone or start an application. So I'll go ahead and say, we'll set up that finger. And I'm going to swipe it across the center. And let's see how well it performs. I'm going to swipe it 3 more times. And each time I'm swiping it, it's giving me a vibration to tell me that it's set up. Boom, fingerprint recorded successfully. Continue. And we'll set up a password. Now guys, I don't want you to get into my phone here, so I'm going to set a really complicated password of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it must contain at least one letter. Clearly I'm not reading. Let's say phone dog. I think I typed in phone dig, but I'm going to do phone dog. Boom. Phone dog. Phone dog. I know the passwords don't match. Let's try this. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Clearly I'm having some issues setting up the password this morning. You can see the Sprint stuff pre-installed out of the box as well. HTC stuff, and they're all separated into folders. I can come up here and go to alphabetical, for example, and see all the stuff that comes out of the box in the Sprint version. You've got One Weather, Bacon Reader. Who doesn't love bacon? CBS Sports, eBay out of the box. You've got HTC apps, as you can see there, Key VPN, Lumen Toolbar, Maps, Media Share, all typical Google stuff here as well. Parent Dashboard, Sprint Zone. Now on the Sprint side, you get Sprint Music Plus, Sprint TV and Movies, Sprint Worldwide, and Sprint Zone as well. And of course, down at the bottom, visual voicemail as a nice little goodie, nice little add-on there. And boom sound speakers, as you can see up here on the device. So Sense 5.5, no huge changes, at least right here in the front from the applications drawer perspective or the notifications bar perspective in comparison to what we've seen from Sense 5. No dramatic changes. You can see settings look pretty similar here. Fingerprint scan. I'll go ahead and set that up again. You know what, that truly bugs me that I didn't set that up. Go ahead and record the fingerprint, record again, record again, record again, and one more time. Fingerprint recorded successfully. Oops. And I'm just having all kinds of issues. It just does not want me to set up this fingerprint on camera. Maybe it's just Friday and my brain is not working properly. Entirely possible. Continue. Let's try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. There we go. Hit continue, and we'll go to phone dog, confirm, phone dog, and there's our password. Fingerprint setup is complete. I can assign an app for the fingerprint as well to quick launch, you know, for example, camera or voice assistant or home. I can choose from all applications. I use email on a regular basis for work, so I can set up, let's say, where is my, let's go down through here and go to mail, and I can set that up to when I do that. And the device is on, it should auto set up or auto activate mail. I may have to do it from the actual home screen. I'm learning here with you guys as well. Let's see what we can do. Reading fingerprint, let's try it one more time. Fingerprint not recognized. Fingerprint not recognized. There we go. And then of course it loads into mail. So it took a couple of times, maybe a concern, maybe I'm just pressing it the wrong way, and obviously I'm holding this a certain way to be on camera, so that could be part of the issue as well. Loading up phonedog.com, just quickly, you can see the standard HTC keyboard here out of the box, so nothing really changed there. If you like that keyboard from the HTC One, you're going to like it here because obviously you have more screen real estate, making it easier to type on, and of course portrait to landscape. Everything's nice and fast on this device, brings the same processor to the table, the same amount of RAM to the table as the HTC One, so a very similar experience both from a design perspective and from a software perspective in terms of speed and in terms of design. So very nice here. PhoneDog loaded up, nice and quick. You've got your browser here where you can open up new tabs and more. So really a useful device. We'll go into phone here and take a look as well. No real differences. You can see your favorites, your phone. Everything looks kind of similar. Just a supercharged HTC One. One of the things I do want to point out, the camera here, 4 ultra pixel camera. We'll go ahead and snap a couple of shots here just to see what looks different in the gallery, which I believe, if I recall, was one of the changes in Sense 5.5. Let's see what it looks like just to get an idea here. Events, a bunch of different pictures here. I can go into the events. If I had videos or Zoe's created, I could start up. I'm going to highlights here, video highlights, and let's see what it looks like Very cute. Totes adorbs. And of course, I can save that and come through to themes if I want to and take a look. Music. Lots of different options here within the video highlights, and we'll be sure to explore that more in the full video review. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you want to see covered in the full video review of the HTC One Max. I'm on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron. I'm on Facebook at Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker. Thanks for watching. More to come on this supercharged, supersized HTC One with some design changes, a fingerprint scanner, hey, and a pretty new version of Android with the newest version of HTC Sense. Keep it locked right here for more, and as always, I'll see you next time.